in this tournament 2 years ago and third-place district finisher. His opponent in the white, purple, and gold of Monroe Township High School is senior Nick Weikel. Nick is 19-2 on the season, 75-24 in his career. He finished second in this tournament last year, placing fifth the year before. He's a two-time district place winner and 2 times placing fifth in Region 5.
So we're at our third consecutive weight class. We had a South Plainfield wrestler, but third consecutive weight class with a Piscataway wrestler. We have Gabriel Rodrigues on the mat, 13-3 senior, and he's taking on Nick Weikel of Monroe, a 19-2 senior. Our last match was a first period pin by Joe Hatcher. We didn't get to talk much about Joe because he made quick work.
I know.
Quick work of it.
Yes, he did. I think that extra hair length made him better this year. I don't know.
It's like Samson, right?
Yeah, Samson thing going on there. But, you know, it's big program versus small program. You know, level of competition. Take nothing away from Vega. You know, I don't know who, 22-0 wrestling, at the level of competition. Hatcher's been in battles with the South Plainfields and the Monroes and other state caliber kids. So, that's where you get that from.
And it's Weikel trying to follow with a tight cradle. Came out of that. He's on top 2-0 in the score. 170 is brought to us by La Rosa's Chicken and Grill, where you can eat well and live healthy. Located in Marlboro, Freehold, Manalapan, and now a new home in Monroe Township. Visit them at larosagrill.com.
Nice.
170 is also brought to us by Pinnacle Accounting and Tax Services, a Parlin. With tax season approaching, Pinnacle is your one-stop shop for accounting and tax services. Call 732-753-9176 or visit them on Facebook. Pinnacle is owned by former Old Bridge wrestler Omar Muniz. So we're at with 12 seconds to go here in the first period.
Nice hip throw attempt there by Gabriel Rodrigues. It says here Gabe is going to be attending NYU.
Just couldn't free himself there, and Weikel maintained
close. That was very close.
It's going to be Rodrigues on top in position, in the black, and Weikel in the white on bottom.
Well, it seems that it comes in clusters with some of the teams. You have 2 or 3 kids real close in weight class, so those are the 3 because they wrestle each other in practice every day, and they, go on. Because you had in the previous bout, you had Marcus Pettit, then followed by Hatcher, now followed by Gabriel Rodrigues. So those are probably their practice partners, and then you got in the upper weight, and then Nick Racine, a couple of weight classes ahead, so I'm sure those 4 guys battle every day in practice, and then you get 4 guys like that in the finals.
Well, Weikel got out, so he got a quick 1-point escape earlier today. Freddie
nice boot scoop there.
Ramirez of Bishop Bar took 3rd.
For a takedown.
And Yusuf Essel Bayer of Woodbridge 4th. Antonio Antino of Sayreville 5th. And Oscar Santiago of Old Bridge took 6th place here at 170.
Nick Weikel here is doing a workmanlike, match over here. Not very flashy, but back to the basics. He's 19-2 this year, and look up at the scoreboard, it's 5-0. Just had a nice little takedown, and quality kid here from Monroe.
Well, Gabriel's wearing a face mask. Apparently has something going on with his nose, and that face mask serves as protection.
That's good. I remember one year. Oh, turned in. Could have some back points here. We do. He sat out. Gabriel sat and faced his opponent, and Monroe wrestler just clamped on him. Now we're getting some back points here, so this is got some 3 backs. So now it's a major decision, 8-0. But as long as he keeps working, like I said, I haven't really seen this kid Weikel work, this year too much, and I haven't seen too many of his matches, but. He's basic wrestler doing basic things. And
well, when you say major decision, Mike, that refers to a lead of 8 points.
Difference in the score. Difference in the score, not just 8 points. It's difference in the score. All right. Now, in a tournament, it may come back later because you get a half point for a major decision. So you may win a tournament by 153.5 points, and because you got a major as opposed to just a regular decision, that can happen. So you always want to score as many points as you can in any kind of event.
So 160 ended a little quick. We didn't get to really talk too much. But
I know.
Weight class was sponsored by Joker Wrestling Club, owned by Gerald Perez, a former Woodbridge wrestler. And a lot of former wrestlers go on to open up clubs. What's your feelings on clubs, Mike?
You know, when clubs first started, it was a real animosity situation with the coaches because what started happening, and I know this specifically, not basically with mine, but I saw that what happened at the state tournament. You'd have the blood and guts coach there all year long with this kid, and then you'd have, I would call the mercenary club coach. They would coach the kid, then as soon as the kid lost in the state, he'd run to somebody else. And then the hometown coach has to console this kid all the way home. Then also they put the kids in such a situation where he's looking at his high school coach, the club coach is coaching something else, so the kid is all confused. And I saw some of our guys, you know, from Middlesex County, in fact, lose matches that way. They were going back and forth with their heads, and I got turned off. But then, you know, I think the club coaches and the high school coaches got to work together. The programs got to work hand in hand. You know, where the lines are drawn, where the coaching starts, where it ends. You know, when the match is my match, you're listening to me. When you go to the club, that's fine. All right? And, you know, a lot of times there's ketchup involved in wrestling. You know, in high school, a high school coach cannot really have contact with the kid from the day after the season's over until the last day of the spring sports, you know? And then once fall starts, you can't talk to the kid anymore either. So that's when the clubs come in. And they can offer Saturday sessions and things like that. So, you know, it's helped some of my kids. I had 2 kids back in, the 90s taking 2 buses to go to, Wali Muhammad's club, in Newark, and it helped those kids from never winning a match to placing in every tournament their senior year. So you see both sides of it. You see both sides of it.
It's Winkler in on another takedown, increasing his lead.
Just dominating
12-1.
here. Just dominating.
So
nothing flashy about this kid from Monroe. Just old school wrestler, tough.
When you dominate the finals,
Yeah.
That sends a message to
That
people
is,
that
man.
you're a real deal. So 170 in the state of New Jersey. Take note to Nick Winkler. He'll be around Atlantic City.
Seems like a very humble kid.
Better talk quick here.